This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Only the red cable is plugged. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. The beer's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. At least it's not...
The fridge sits... Both cables are unplugged from the... somewhere in...
Right to work! The unpromising race pupil returns. There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, Type B, and the Vi. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. Tibere Vasholi. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Of course you are. Revacholian man. The failure of communism to challenge the world order is the core of your race fate. All around you, the fruits of its defeat. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted disease, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music? Stop explaining yourself. No one cares about your beliefs. The conversation has moved on. Tell me, what degenerate subculture has made you dress in this shameful way? Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir, no. I have heard about it on the...
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
There is nothing funky. I cannot possibly imagine. Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got... Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. I can see that. I am a descent. Good. Don't be vulgar. White or not has... Mr. Clare is a man of vision and me. Jam. Individualism. Of course it... I am not surprised you enjoy... What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor. Don't be vulgar. Mr. Clare is a man of vision.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
Don't be vulgar. Mr. Clare is a man of vision. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate. Of course it does. I am not surprised you enjoy it so.
Measurehead stoically looks to the distance in silence.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Claire is also to serve jam, individualism, offshoots of the Seminese people invent. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are I am a descendant. The narrow streets of no.
He would be appreciative.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade net, you have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. Correct. Racist. I am not like them. I am Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Racist. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe.
You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman.
Racist. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual. It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is This leads me to conclude your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both. As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit. What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Yes?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. The woman still has her.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
G'day to you, officers. Well, there's the yeah, not really much.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stirred.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure thing. You were, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
She didn't, Truth.
Right, so let me get this right. You saw... In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
She didn't, Truth.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your... You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can...
Sure, man. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop, and the lieutenant shifts from one...
Sure, man.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape. A typical Martinez streetlight sits.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
どうもこんばんは。
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
さん、雨降ってるけど散歩行かなくていいの？
行きたいんですけど、行きたいんですが、もうちょっと遅くなってからかなっていう感じですね。親から電話がかかってくるかもしれないんで、それが終わってから。
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away.
普通に行きたいんですよ。だけど、まあ、そうっすね。親の電話待ちっていうのと、あと、この時間帯に雨ささずに外いると。
電話来るの事前に分かってるとかなんか意味深だな。
いや、そんなことないですよ。ただ、さっき、内定式みたいなのがあったよっていうのを連絡して、母親と電話したんですけど、父親がその時ちょうどいなかったんで、もしかしたら父親から折り返しするかもみたいな話ですね。あとは、この時間、帰宅する人が多いんで、本当に人多い中、傘ささず歩いてたら、さすがにやばいんで、もう少し人いなくなってからですね。
As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. Unfortunately, in Martinet, cop is a pejorative term.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
そうですね。
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Yeah.
I have René. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
ネムさん、きっとお父様はハリケーンにも負けないんだろうな。
どういうことですか？なんでイメージですか、それ。
Oh, the goal is to throw your bull. As close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet. Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted. I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer. You'll put that knowledge to good use in 50 years. I'm sure of that, officer.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now? Hurry up then.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Has a better ring to hit, don't you think?
Oh, mon Dieu.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want, even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Come on, you.
I don't even consider my just easier that way. Besides, life isn't as black and white as René's of the world tried to make it seem. It's all shades of gray, really.
Come on, you.
No, thank you. Sure, officer. No, thank you. I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
The woman before.
Yes?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It takes about half an hour to piece one. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid. I'm glad you see it that way. Did we...
聞けないのか。
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my
20ドルないと今夜泊まれない。 毎日20ドル払わなきゃいけないんですよ。今日13ドルしかない。
The door is closed. This door can only be... The bed is still cold.
ネムさん、ゲンちゃん金持ちなのに20ないの？
ないんすよ、20ドル。どうしよう。今日は野宿かもしれません。この人に話しかけたいんだけど、ここにどうやって行けばいいんだろうっていう。
ネムさん、まあでも今夜はゲンちゃんの好きな飴だからいいじゃん。
まあ、そうなんですよね。全然問題ないんですよ。だから楽しめるかな、夜だけど。
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
引かないですよ、風なんてね。風なんて。
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah. We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They dilute in responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
はあ、言いますね。つまり、俺はバカだと。そう言いたいですよね、レブさんは。
ネムさん、わらわら。
そうか。
ネムさん、そんなこと言ってないよ。
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
ネムさん、そんなことを。
そんなことって。全然。
ネムさん、言って。
言って。
ネムさん、ないよ。
Shays Electric is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
ネムさん、
って。
or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
誰が
Theo's a great guy, a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? A representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. officer.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all!
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Like what, Copper? How many people?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Are you deaf? Do you think...
A trick question. Don't let...
Who do you fucking think does?
Titus, no one was thinking.
That there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it. Titus won't let him.
No. No. No! Fuck no! The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all. Are you deaf? Do you think...
A trick question.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here.
Are you deaf? Do you think...
A trick question.
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boy.
I think you got your answer.
No. You did not get an answer. Are you deaf? Do you think...
A trick question.
Who do you fucking think does?
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your answer.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man. Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
What do you see? What do I think? Then, after hoisting him,
Indeed.
so far so good.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Mm-hmm. Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our old soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the old soul.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
ネムさん、またクーノ来た。
いやー、全部このあれがな、低くて。
This button looks new.
This button looks new. I wouldn't be surprised if it had...
パーセントが低くて成功しないんですよね。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel
レ
preheater
ベルを
gauge.
上げなきゃいけないんですよ。
ネムさん、スキル。
スキルはレベルが上がると上げるポイントを振り分けれるようになってて、でこのスキルポイントはまあなんか人と話したりして何か見つけたり発見したり、まあなんかのこう矛盾みたいなのを取ったりするとこう上がるんですよね。で今100分の29なんで、これがまた100になると1ポイントもらえるみたいな感じですかね。
ネムさん、じゃあいろいろ見て回らないとダメなのか。
そうですね。
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer.
Yes, hello? Oh, great.
What else do you need, detective? You mean why did...
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know.
You hit...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. Ten-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present. 10-4. Your address.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. Understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar. In
詰まっている。
It's just a racist mug, but it would. The worn map features the patchwork. Your thing finally come.
だいぶ行き詰まってきている今。
A sturdy. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
入れないとこが多い。どうしよう。とりあえずでもあと24分経ったらこいつの話が進む気がする。
keep coming back.
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Go over and
いや、罪とまでは言ってないんですよ。まあなんか話して、パーセントの方をクリアできたら多分いけたりするのもあると思うんですけど、まあ、失敗したら、ワンチャン積むのかな。どうだろう。まあ今ちょっと待ってる時間っすね。
ネムさん、負けを認める？
いや、負けてはないっすね。負けではないっす。
ネムさん、わらわら。
負けはないので。
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes.
tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
.これもまあなんか呪いについて話すんだけど、まあダイスメーカーの女の人に今なんか呪われてるっぽいダイスを作ってもらって、それを待ってるとこだから、それも待たなきゃいけないし。
ネムさん、あの人ダイス壊したからめっちゃ怒ってるよ。
いや、怒ってはない。なんか悲しんでたっていうか。
Oh, it's you again.
あららっていう感じだ。
Are you looking for a die? I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die per customer.
これができたら、
Oh, it's you
さっき
again.
の教えに
Are you
行くし
looking for a die?
ネムさん、裏でめっちゃ悪口言ってた。
あ、マジ許せねえな。
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? We're inside but when I arrived...
Creative.
ネムさん、台風に吹き飛ばされろ。
How did I become one? Some of my friends were role players. They, not especially.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
台風なんかに飛ばされないっすよ。全然余裕。でも言うて、晴れてきてる気がしますわ。傘さしてない気がする。多分傘もさしてる人いないかも。これ言うのも聞きたいんだけど低すぎるんですよね。だからもうセーブして ミスったら労働するみたいな、やるしかないかなっていうレベルです。
ネムさん、電化つけるの？
って言われちゃうから今やんないでいます難しい。
ネムさん、わら。
いやはや。
ネムさん、ビビってんの？
はは。まあね、最終手段だと思ってるんで、最初からそれやっちゃうとっていうのはあるんですよね。まあ割と自分なんか、なんだろうな、ゲームの 100% みたいな感じでクリアしたい派でもあるんで、まあ普通に遊ぶのは遊んで、後々もう一回やり直すときはもう 100% 完璧なみたいな感じのをやりたいから、めっちゃセーブしてっていうのは多分やると思いますね。でもそれをこう必ずやんないといけないのかっていうのはちょっとまだわかんないから、とりあえず今は普通にやりたいんですよね、できれば。
ネムさん、正直謎解きに関しては自分で解かないとすっきりしなくない？
そうそう、謎とかはね、まあだから一回自分でやるけど、
ネムさん、失敗した時のルートも見つけてこそだよ。
後々ね、後々完璧なルートとか、自分が選んだルートはこうでしたっていうのはまずはするけど、その後にどうやったらその完璧になるのかっていうのはめっちゃやりたいから、めっちゃセーブして 100% のやつもやるっていう話。だから今はまだやらないって、だからできればやりたくないからなしで進めていってますって感じですね。まあ、詰まって失敗したらそれはですね、これはそういうクソみたいな警官でしたっていうエンド、何も解決できませんでしたエンドみたいな。
ネムさん、でも昨日も前科つけようとしてたの見たよ。
いや明らかになんかの選択肢っていうか、ここ押そうとしたのに間違ったみたいなのは直すと思いますけど。
ネムさん、わら。
それはね、なんか自分が選択したものと違うものをなんか誤作動というか誤動作によって押しちゃったとかならやり直すかな。
ネムさん、認める？
昨日も前回でもつけましたっけ？俺つけてないんじゃないでしたっけ？
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
ネムさん、いやもう気持ちが傾いた時点で前科。
いやいやいや、そんなことはない、そんなことはない。思想だけは自由だから。行動に移したら責任が伴うけど、思想は自由ですよ。
ネムさん、わらわら。
ああ。
Hola, wandering man. How can I help? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of... Of course.
He didn't.
大丈夫そこは。いやマジでいけないな。ほんとあと時間待つ。あと22分ゲームない時間で待てればあれなんだけど、今日泊まれないよ。20ドルもない。20ドルクソ高いんですよね。
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches. You see a heavy steel door. The door doesn't. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless.
ネムさん、現代で言ったら子供のお小遣いなのにね。
2000円ぐらい？まあ確かに。ないんですよね。お金がね。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
やってみるか。
ネムさん、お父様にお願いしなよ。
ゲーム内でも通貨増えないんですよね。お願いしてもどんなに。行くか。なんかスタート。
Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. It's nothing. Somewhat.
なんでもなかったと。6時だよ。ご飯の時間だ。まあほんとちょっとだけ進みましたぐらいだな。終わるか今日は。あとはまた明日始めて時間経つの待ってゲートのフランス語のおっさんに話しかけますわ。じゃあお疲れ様でした。まあ、夜ご飯しっかり食べて。
ネムさん、台風楽しんでね風。
楽しみます。でもまだ来てないんですよね。来たのもう。あれ
ネムさん、もう横通った。
あー。すげえ。Google マップって台風の位置を見れるんだ。すごっ。知らなかった。なんか取っちゃったんか。残念だ。まあじゃあ今日は終わってきます。お疲れ様でした。